And now, dear viewers, with our special guest for today. Since 1979, the state of Kuwait and the Friendly Republic of Korea have had strong diplomatic relations characterized by mutual respect and common interests in all political, economic, and social fields. Today, we celebrate the 44th anniversary of the establishment of Kuwaiti-Korean diplomatic relations, and aimed rapid and distinguished steps taken by the two countries in order to develop and strengthen bilateral relations in all fields. We also celebrate with you the National Day of the Friendly Republic of Korea. So we are so pleased to have with us this morning His Excellency Chung Byung-Ha, Ambassador of the Republic of Korea to the State of Kuwait. So hello and good morning, Your Excellency.
Thank you for having me.
It's really a privilege to have in our show Good Morning Kuwait.
Thank you.
And today we're going to talk about the national days and the national holiday of the South Korea that was held in the 3rd of October. So can you please share with us the, let's say, the ceremonial rituals that take place in the Korea?
Oh, it's 3rd of October is National Foundation Day.
Yes.
It's one of the major national days in Korea. We don't have actually serious rituals on that day, but people normally think about the meaning of founding our nation. Thousands of years ago, our ancestors founded our nation under the overarching vision of to benefit all humankind. So it's not an insular idea; it's kind of a cosmopolitan idea.
Yes.
So it's much more resonating at this time of the conflict.
That's great. So, Your Excellency, would love to know more about this occasion, actually. What are the most prominent activities of the Korean Embassy in Kuwait in light of the celebration of the Korean National Day?
Obviously, we're going to hold the National Day reception. It's supposed to be held October 3rd, but I just a little bit pushed back the ceremony. We're going to host it November 1st to just breathe the outside air in Kuwait. So we're going to hold all the reception.
Yes, that's great, Your Excellency. So we know the Korean and Kuwaiti relations are one of the most solid relations from ages till now. What are the most prominent, let's say, factors pushing these relations into the broader horizon?
Well, as you know, we have developed a very strong partnership.
Yes.
Kuwait is kind of third largest oil supplier to Korea. And that means Kuwait is the 6th largest exporter to Korea. Last September, my Prime Minister Han Duck-soo and His Highness the Crown Prince met in Hangzhou in China.
Yes. And
the two leaders discussed the way to promote the bilateral relations, including the new sectors. I think the values and the visions that we share is much more important than the size and the volumes. So one of the most prominent factors pushing our relations into broader horizon is the fact that we share the vision of peace, sustainable development, co-prosperity. So I think we can just continue to develop our two bilateral relations on that values and the visions, shared vision.
Yes, so we share peace, actually, Your Excellency, as you mentioned. So speaking about peace, we know that Kuwait is a pioneer of humanitarian efforts and actions. So what do you think, or what do you see about the Kuwaiti role in the humanitarian, or let's say, the conflict resolution and the peace as well?
First of all, congratulations on your Kuwaiti re-election as a member of the United Nations Human Rights Council.
Yes.
I think it results from the recognition of international society for the services and the roles the Kuwait has played as the world humanitarian center and providing good offices at the many parts of the world conflict. So I hope the Kuwait government and Kuwait people continue to do that role.
Hopefully, Your Excellency. So we know there are too many agreements and memorandums of understanding between the two nations. We'd like to elaborate, Your Excellency.
So many agreements and MOUs. I cannot record the total number of agreements or MOUs, but I think it's quite important to how we can implement our MOUs and agreements than the agreement itself. So I think our two governments are, making every effort in that direction.
So too many agreements and memorandums. So let's talk about the touristic, let's say, we know Korea is one of the most beautiful countries all around the world, and I know a lot of people, especially this new generation, they love to visit Korea. And because we know from, let's say, from social media, we can see Korean people, Korean famous people celebration. So I know some people, they love to visit Korea. So let's talk more about the tourism actually in Korea.
Well, the Korean government designated this year, next year as the Visit Korea year. So we come up with many services for the tourists.
Yes.
For example, one of the services we created some website like this.
This is a website?
Yeah, the Visit Korea year. If you get through this website, you can get every information about visiting Korea.
That's amazing.
For example, actually, we created, we are doing a 24/7 service, translation service for foreigners. And even we created some debit card, tailored debit card you can use to pay for the transportation or even shopping. So, you can you can get every information for the travel in Korea through this website.
Okay.
And tourist attraction, if you want to see the past, present, and the future all together, visit Korea.
That's amazing.
If you want to just enjoy the pleasant spring and hot summer and the mild autumn and the cold winter, visit Korea. You can enjoy every season of sports in Korea. Obviously, Seoul is the biggest travel, tourist attraction. It's the great city, the source of many Korean contents.
That's amazing. So each season has its own beauty. So in every
correct.
season we can travel to Korea, and through this website, visit koreaear.kr, we can actually ease to travel to Korea.
Sure, obviously, you can say that again. And also, the visa, you don't have the visa, but you have to apply for the electronic travel authorization. You can get through this website and get travel authorization.
That's amazing.
You can get maybe it takes a few minutes, and you can get authorization within 72 hours. And if you once get authorization, it's effective for the 3 years.
That's amazing.
So if you are under 17 or over 65, you don't even need that kind of travel authorization. You can go freely anytime.
That's very easy, dear viewers, to visit Korea. Actually, Your Excellency, we can see the embassy, the Korean embassy. Let's talk about the visas in Korean embassy. If I would like to, not in the website, but would like to visit the Korean embassy, how many visas that really issue?
Because you can just get through this, get the travel authorization rather than a visa for travel. So we don't have much Kuwaiti people to get actually visa.
Okay.
We issue some visa for the education or another special purposes. So mostly get through this. The Kuwaitis get through this website to get the travel authorization.
That's amazing. So, Your Excellency, we've talked about the diplomatic relations between Kuwait and Korea. Let's talk about the volume of a trade exchange between the two nations.
Last year, our trade volume reaches $13 billion. I expect this year is going to be a little bit higher. And as you in the first introduced, we had a diplomatic relationship in 1979. But before that, first, the Korean company just started the first project in 1975. And before that, we had a trade representative office in 1972. But you know what? The Kuwait is the first country we imported crude oil. In 1964. So it's quite interesting to see that economy comes first, and then politics and diplomacy followed. Oil comes first, and the company followed.
That's amazing. From, let's say, 60 years ago, actually, from 60s and 70s.
Yes.
So what about the Kuwaiti Visions 2035? Let's see how actually these Korean companies in Kuwait can really, like, let's say, like, had a hand to participate in development for Kuwaiti Vision 2035. We'll talk about the past, let's talk about the future now.
Yeah, right. Somebody say that 1/5 of Kuwait infrastructure has been constructed by Korean companies. Korea obviously is a faithful partner for realizing the Vision 2035. Korean company already constructed the first ring road, sixth ring road, and as many desalination plants. And for realizing the Vision 2035, for example, we constructed the symbolic infrastructure like Zabel Causeway and the new refinery project, the Clean Fuel project, and also LNG import terminal. So I think as Korean companies are the faithful partner in realizing the Vision 2035.
That's great, Your Excellency. So we've been talking about the tourism, the trade. Let's talk now about the educational sector. I know a lot of, like, let's say, students of Kuwaiti people would love actually to travel to Korea and study. So let's talk about the size of educational, let's say, students that really attract the attention of our students, whether inside or outside Kuwait. What are the size of educational services that you provide to Kuwaiti students, as well as the size of facilities in the procedures for obtaining visas to them?
Well, let me introduce another. Study in Korea. We created this website by the Minister of Education. If you upload and if you get through this website, you can get every information about studying in Korea. It provides some information about your admission process and application process, and information about the accommodation, and even how you can spend your quality time during studying in Korea. Actually, the right exact number of Kuwaiti students studying in Korea is very small at the moment, but I hope that as many Kuwaiti students are dreaming of studying in Korea, and I hope they can translate it into reality. The encouraging thing is that the KFAS, Kuwait Foundation of Advancement of Science, selected a small number of talented high schoolers for the training on the advanced technology, for example, artificial intelligence.
Yes.
They send them to Korea regularly from last year. So I think it's a very encouraging trend. And some of the Korean university students are studying Arabic language in Kuwait University.
That's amazing.
So that's kind of a good trend to increase our educational cooperation.
That's great. They are learning the Arabic in Kuwait universities, and as well as I hope in the future, as you mentioned, like, let's say, more of the students can let's say, go and visit and also study in Korea, especially about the technology and about the IT, the artificial intelligence, about the cyber crimes, one of the most, let's say, most demanding trends nowadays. So, Your Excellency, what are the most prominent efforts of the embassy to support the Korean language in Kuwait, as you mentioned about that?
Whenever I doing exercise in mall, whenever I walk through the mall, somebody approach me and say hello in Korean.
Okay.
So I surprised and asked, where did you pick up the language? Most of them said they learned Korean through Korean dramas.
Wow, yes.
So I sense that there are increasing demand for the Korean language. So I signed the contract, the MOU with Kuwait University to open the King Sejong Institute, which is the official Korean language teaching institution. We have that branch in over 80 countries, and we have more than 250 branches all over the world. But we opened first branch in Kuwait University. So it will start first class November 5th. And now in the process of receiving some application. So you can get through this Instagram, King Sejong Institution, Korea. So You can just apply for this class.
That's amazing. So it's really great, exclusive actually announcements from you, Your Excellency. Like the 1st of November, we're gonna have the first, like let's say Korean.
5th of November.
5th of November, like to learn the Korean language at the Kuwait University. That's really great. I know a lot of Kuwaiti people, they love to watch, as you mentioned, the Korean drama series all the time, and even listening to their songs as well. And so that's why they are still learning about the Korean language, and also they are learning about the Korean cuisine and Korean food and culture. While they are seeing the drama and the TV, really they really read to taste that really delicious food. So let's talk more about the, let's say, Korean cuisine, Your Excellency.
Well, if you're just interested in the Korean cuisine, please contact me. I can just teach you one of the
please.
of Korean cuisine. Where we have 2 big Korean restaurants in Kuwait, and so you can enjoy anytime the Korean cuisine there. But mostly, actually, Korean cuisine is pursuing like harmony. So, for example, the bibimbap. You know the bibimbap?
Yes.
Bibimbap is bibim means the mixing. So it just looks like a simple mixing of vegetables and rice, but it created a totally another level of taste.
Okay.
So that's the kind of a philosophy behind Korean food. Creating through the harmony, you can create some bigger or greater one.
Yes.
Greater taste, I mean.
Exactly. So we have only 2 restaurants in Kuwait, like Korean restaurants,
big
so
restaurant.
far.
Yeah.
And also we have I hope we have like one store, like really, let's say, provide the Korean products, Korean sweets, chocolates. I think we have that in Kuwait as well, Your Excellency.
Some of the malls actually have a big shopping center, and I can see there's some more and more shopping centers. They have their own sections for Korean food. Yes.
Korean food. So let's talk more about the traditional, let's say, clothes. What the traditional Korean clothes. I know some people, they love when they visit Korea or they visit any certain country, they love to know more about the old traditional heritage culture, especially for the female. We know we love the let's say the traditional uniform about that. So let's talk more about that and how actually it's really similar to any other countries, or it's really unique about that.
Well, you can say that it's similar with other Asian countries' traditional clothes because we have a very similar cultural background, but it's also at the same time unique because we developed our own style of clothes.
Yes.
So if you come around to our National Day reception, maybe you can see the many Korean people will actually wear our traditional clothes.
Yes.
It's made of a special actual fabric.
Yes.
And it's quite different from the Western style clothes, but it is what's convenient and customized to our weather. And actually, we have some sort of philosophy behind that. It's kind of harmony.
Yes.
Again, we are pursuing the harmony, and even through our clothes.
I saw actually these traditional, let's say, clothes on the beautiful ladies. For sure, it's unique. It's a unique country, unique language, and everything that's really unique. That's really specialized Korean culture. And also, it's a unique interview, Your Excellency. Thank you for
so
being
much.
here.
Further wait for the Korean class. Actually, your program is Good Morning Kuwait.
Yes.
Yeah, I can teach you the Good Morning in Korean. 좋은 아침입니다.
Okay.
좋은 아침입니다.
좋은
아침입니다.
좋은 아침입니다.
You speak like Korean.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Your
Thank
Excellency. I've learned a Korean, let's say, sentence for now, dear viewers. I hope you enjoyed our episode, actually, and with our guest. All the thanks and appreciation to our dear guest, His Excellency Chung Byung-Ha, Ambassador of the Republic of Korea to the State of